too hot. It's got to cool off a little bit. We're going to get you some. We're taking care of you. Hello, Scott. Hello, Diane. Yeah, 3/4 of the way. Rocky is impatient. His food's cooling off. Stay down. No. No, Mr. Daniel. How you doing? Lillian? How's everybody doing tonight? I bet they did. What they think about them waves? Ain't her who's itching. Would they try to get in the water, Scott? Hey, you the dog rescue team, huh? Yeah, there ought to be some cute videos there. Okay. I have to look for them. Y'all have a nice trip. I don't know what Rocky's gonna do around that kind of water. He don't pay much attention to it on the ground, but you know, Scott, I had 2 labs, a yellow and a black, and that black loved water. He'd get in anytime he could, and that yellow lab did not even like to get her feet wet. If I want to really make that yellow lab mad, I give her a bath. She'd be sold up for 2 days. He hated water. Yeah, they're black. It's funny. The 3 colors, the blacks and the chocolate and the white, seem like the whites are the calmest, and the blacks are the wildest about hunting. And then I don't know about the chocolate; they just squirrely sometimes. Hello, Amy. How you doing, lady? Oh, I bet that was cute. bet it would. No. Rocky. Yeah, we got 10 so far. No, we got 9. You don't sound like a frog anymore, huh, Amy? Hello, Miss Janice. How you doing, girl? Boy, I don't know about where y'all were at, but wind was blowing a little bit today, but other than that, it was beautiful. Boy, it's nice here. Yeah, it's supposed to be that here too. Somebody said something about it. We're supposed to have another front coming in. I haven't even looked at the weather forecast. Yeah, I actually started sweating a little bit outside. Mm, dang. Did your little trailer do all right, Scott? Woo. Oh, that's great. That sure makes a good trip. Hello, Miss Carl. How you doing? How you youngin'? Well, did you get your car fixed yet, Diane? Yeah, those faucets they put in them are not very tough. Well, that'll work. It's sure nice to come home to your own bed. What are you pulling it with, Scott? Oh, well, you got plenty of truck to pull anything you want to then. The way you talked, it wasn't a real big trailer. Yeah, it didn't tow anything you want to with it. That trailer of yours probably don't weigh around 4. You got to have some good brakes on that trailer. Well, you don't hardly know it's behind you then. Is that loaded with rock? Yeah. That's a good motor too. People talk about pulling them mountains, and it's funny. Going up them mountains, it might slow you down a little bit, but going down is when the problems will start. That's when the driving comes in. Yeah. Have you got a standard your Suburban? It's automatic. Hello, Moon. How you doing, young man? Yeah, I'll bet. Living in that country. I always drove a standard transmission, and you could. Yeah, I hate that dead bearing automatic pulling. That's standard. I can make it do what I want it to do. How high are your passes in the Cascade? Yeah, coming down the worst part. Yeah, that's not bad. Got the day off, huh? Hmm. Yeah, that's not too bad. People don't realize it down here in Texas, but the Guadalupes are like 7,000 feet. People don't think about their Bend Mountains in Texas. Oh, you can't beat that. You need a day off every once in a while. Yeah, I know you can get on up there. Yeah, it's really funny. Most people don't even know the Guadalupes are there because they go to El Paso and you go around them. You can see them, but it, I've done some camping in there before. Pretty neat. 14,000 foot pass, 14.4. That'd be one of the highest ones in the country. All right, y'all. You have a good night, man. Hello, Tim. What are you up to, Mr. Tim? Yeah, there's not too many 14,000 foot mountains around. That's getting on up there. I don't think Pikes Peak, but 14.2 or something. I know I got a friend of mine that belongs to a group, and they're always trying to find a 14 footer, and they go in there and climb them things. What you doing, Rocky? Well, I hope you can keep it hemmed up. It's hurting all the time, not fun. Hello, kicking. I was looking at that storm deal. I don't know if we're gonna get it here or not. I think it's gonna cool off, but it may be just east of us. Yeah, Mountain Ranger's on up there. Like I say, there's a list of those 14,000 foot mountains that they're trying to climb all of them within so many length of time or something. That is not my ball game. Boy, it was in the 80s here today. It was great. Y'all hang on for just a minute. I've been letting Rocky's food cool off. I need to feed him right quick. I'll be right Yeah, that'll make Rocky happy. I'm like you, Janice. I don't want to climb no mountain. Hello, Mr. Kenneth. Yeah, I'm back. Well, hello, Badge. What you been up to today, Badge? Mm. Uh-oh, what you been into, Badge? Uh-oh, here comes trouble.
I tell you, trouble. You won't believe this one. I gotta get this set up because I'm gonna have you guys crying tonight. I tell you. Where the hell are we? There we go. So today we went for. Oh, hello, gang. Not to say that. No, it's your show. I don't have to care. Um. So what we did was we went to lunch with Dee today. So and we got to go over and do laundry and get some water and all that stuff, right? So we go to this little restaurant down the street. This is so funny, Ron. You better not be smoking or drinking. You're gonna spew it right over the place. So, because only I can pull this stuff off, right? So we go in and have dinner or lunch with Dee, and it was awesome time. So we come out and we got to go do laundry. So I'm getting in the truck with Elle, and this old guy comes up on a quad on a side by side. I can't say what I say because it's your channel. I says, that looks like Bob Wells. No, that can't be Bob Wells. Yeah, it is. So he goes over and parks, and he's right there. And of course, I know Bob, and he doesn't like me, so I make sure that I get out and, hey, Bob, you son of a bitch, how's it going? And I shake his hand, and we're shooting. And I said, man, oh man, what's the side by side? You're making way too much money, buddy. That's all I can say. And Dee's standing beside me. She's just shaking her freaking head. Oh Christ! I said that. I told Elle. I said. She says, "Don't go over and see him. Leave him." I said, "No, I'm gonna go over and see him because he doesn't like nobody to say hi to him or nothing because he's an introvert." I said, "I'm gonna go over and say hi and I'm gonna shake his hand, and then I'm gonna laugh about it for the next 10 years." So yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah. Then I'm
Oh,
driving down. Today was a good time to see everybody, so we went over to South La Pausa South, which I don't really miss, but there's people everywhere. But anyway, so I go in there and get water, and I go over and see the NAC bus, right? NAP bus. Yeah. Randy and Shelly. No. And I says, where the hell is Shelly? Oh, she's sick. I said, what do you mean she's sick? She says, well, I think she got COVID. I said, that ain't COVID. It's goddamn cold. Let's cut the COVID crap. It's cold. So anyway, I says, well, how else all people come over? I says, you know the cure for that, right? Well, no. What is it? Stay away from people. Just stay away from people. You won't get it. I tell you, that's the way to do it. So anyway, then I went over and seen Jim and Deb, and that was funny because we got a friend down here, Jim Bertrand. He's from Minute. You probably seen him he's always on Paula's stuff and that, and he's a good friend of ours, and he's from Winnipeg, right? So I go over and see Jim and Deb, and they're all like, I just won the lottery or something. Oh, Jesus, good to see you now. I said, whoa, what's going on? Well, Jim said you'd left. I said, no, I don't think so. I think I'm still here. He says, oh, we thought you'd gone back to Canada. I says, I don't have a snow shovel. I can't. So, yeah, it was pretty funny. So, yeah, we sat and shit the breeze for a while. And yeah, it was all good. And so we're coming back. And then this is a really good day today. So um, I pick Al up at the laundromat, and she says, well, how are the dogs? I says, the dogs are just fine. Well, go through the drive through because you go get them some ice cream, right? At McDonald's. Who and behold do we see going down the road beside us? I look at the plate, RV or TV. No, that's not Russ. Get up beside him, and sure enough, there's Russ. So we're waving at him, and off we go. Yeah. So seen Russ today. That was kind of funny. It's a
sound
good
like
day to see people.
sound
Yeah.
like you had a good day.
Yeah, it was a good day. I still, I just poked the old bear with Bob Wells. He's so funny. I just love poking the bear with him because he don't like his picture getting taken or nothing, right? You go up and say hi to him. He's like a little turtle trying to get into his shell, right? So yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, just exactly opposite your personality.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. And of course, every time I see him, I go, hey Bob, how the hell's it going? Good time, good to see you, man. It's been 3 years since we've seen each other. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I says, and then of course you get in the truck and all says, you don't really think he knows who you are, do you? I said, probably not, but I had fun doing it.
Yeah, you know, Bob Wells is a funny character.
He is. He's
I,
totally a funny character.
I've never met him, but just from that one RTR and there were so many people, I wouldn't want to stay there. And I just sort of rode through. But he's done a lot of good.
Oh yeah, he's
It,
he's
ton of
done lots of good. It's just like he's I don't know. I call him the grand poobah of the nomads or hobos, whatever you want to call them. But he's got a lot of. It's just that some of the stuff that they say is not really a relative. Like well, I'll just sell everything and get out and get in a van and life goes on. Well, it's not quite that easy.
No.
It's good for some people and not good for other people. And, like a prime example is if you get in a van and you sell everything and you don't know how to read a map, how the hell are you going to go anywhere?
Yeah.
And if you, and I found this out, this is a little tech tip for you. If you got GPS, I hate GPS. Like me and Google have some big wars going on. And you go and put in, you're going down and you know how to do it. You drive the road. It's like driving to Elkhart. You know how to get there. So when the Google says, well, turn here, well, why in the hell do I want to turn there? I want to go straight through because it's 2.5 feet shorter this way.
Yeah.
So, and then they come up and they said, this route's faster. So you push that. And I went, I don't rely on Google. I'll pull the maps up. But so we would go to steam pumps and I punch in, he give me a pin. So I pushed it in. And now I find out that if somebody gives you a pin, it might not be exactly where they are. It's a general thing. It doesn't pinpoint them. I says, well, what good's that? I might as well go back to my map. But anyway, so I put it in and we're leaving Tucson and I put it in. So we're going down the road about, it's like an hour and a half. Just, yeah, an hour and a half, 2 hours. About an hour down the road, it says faster route. So, of course, I hit it. And I'm driving an hour and a half, 2 hours. Where the hell are we going? And the son of a bitch took us to Wilcox, which is 30 miles away the other way, right? And I'm, what the hell are we doing in Wilcox? So I go up and and this is how it's funny because I go up and get the pin on the map that Steve gave me. And the pin is lot. It's just that for some reason what Google's reading, I don't know. So I hit the pin. And we're in Wilcox. So, okay. So we go like maybe a block and it says faster route. So I hit the faster route. What it does is takes us right around Wilcox. I know where everything is in Wilcox. You ever want to know? I know where the Napa is and where all the grocery stores are and all the motels. I know, and all the truck stops, and I know how to get in the back way because there's a back way into the truck stops now. I found that out. Yeah, it's just me and Google have some pretty good wars sometimes. But yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, them things that when 911 happened, I was on the way to spend 10 days up in the mountains in Colorado bow hunting. And when it happened, we were about halfway up there. And I decided, hell, I'm going to go ahead and go to the mountains. That's probably the safest place there is.
Yeah.
And man, when they got all the airplanes finally set down, they went to messing with them GPSs, and the thing would be 50 miles off, and then it'd be 10 feet off, and then it was just like a slot machine. They were rolling that stuff, and it didn't make any difference which grid you were on, the Russian one or the American one.
You know,
Everything was scrambled.
the funny thing about it was we were in the airborne and they were just, this is like in the 70s, and they were just playing with the GPS. And so we're down in, well, just up the road here at Fort Irwin, California. And they had a GPS there, which was fairly new technology. It was really new technology. It was only a couple years old. So I says, I don't know. When when the satellites tell you where to go, I'm thinking that could be a bad thing. So I tried this thing, and it was American GPS, and that thing it would bring you within about 2 feet of where you wanted to be, right? Like that's how good it was. But mind you, I know the GPS that you're buying now or on the phone is not nowhere near the military grade one. I know that. I'm not that stupid, but yeah, like the one the Navy SEALs got and all that. That's a whole different. That's a military grade. It's different, but they were really good. It got us within 2 feet of where we wanted to be, and it was real. Like it was pretty good, and that was back in the 70s, and so I imagine it's really good now. So
people don't think about it. You remember Gaddafi?
yeah,
He was raised all kind of hell, and that was Reagan put one through his bedroom window.
yeah,
Actually put it through the bedroom window,
yeah.
and I don't know how many miles away they were, but that old boy. I'd have hated to play poker with him. Did Do you remember when uh, Star Wars was a big deal?
Yeah.
That's all you heard was Star Wars. Well, Russia was kicking over the traces and doing all kind of weird stuff, and all of a sudden he went to talking about Star Wars, and that whole thing just shut down. They never heard nothing about Star Wars since then.
No.
But he damn sure bluffed them out on that one. He had them thoroughly convinced.
I just gotta get my thing for my phone before it goes dead. It's gonna say you're out of service, sir.
Mhm.
But I gotta plug my phone in before it goes dead. It's gonna say you're out of service, sir. Yeah, I remember Gaddafi. He was just a shit disturber. But
Yeah, but he shut up after that, boy. You didn't hear nothing about him.
yeah, it's just like the thing about it is that the problem I have with all the military right now, they keep because the people want to know what's going on, and they think they're taxpayers and they're right to know, and there's a lot of stuff you just don't have to tell them. I don't think, but they want to know all this stuff. So I don't know. I think they tell them way too much stuff. So, but that's the way it is.
Yeah,
Just like all that crap going over overseas, it's too much information. But they're doing better though, because um, what's his name? Uh, Biden went over there the other day and nobody knew he was going. So that's pretty cool.
well, the last one that really I think handled one real well. You remember old Schwarzkopf?
Oh,
That
he was, he was like clockwork. He was, uh, him and Powell, they were just unbelievable, unbelievable.
Schwarzkopf, he stopped all that mess. That was
Yeah,
one thing when we were in Vietnam. If somebody from a press wanted to go with us
yeah,
on patrol or something, we had to let them go.
yeah,
It- you know, and mm,
yeah. But see, this one's a different one because this is virtual. This one, but they're not putting nothing in, not putting nothing back. Because now they're, I read this shit every day. What's going on over there, and what they're doing is they're putting in. They can't verify it because of Trump and his fake news crap, right? So now all the news agencies are putting on the end of their feeds. Well, we didn't verify the number, so we don't really know. We think they killed 100,000, but we can't verify it, so we can't say that. Well, you just said it, so yeah, that's kind of funny. I don't think.
well, I don't have any love for the media. Period. But
No, they're just shit disturbers.
yeah,
And drama sell drama. Yeah,
there you go. That's one thing I agree with
yeah.
blind views on.
Oh yeah, drama sells. Yeah. Now, it's funny, because everybody goes on about. Well, he brought up blind views. That's a prime example because he go on about blind views and the drama crap and all that crap. Well, he's done the numbers, and it's amazing. Like
Oh,
he's done the numbers. He's not just spouting off numbers. He's done the numbers, and if he puts in drama, he can almost anywhere from triple to quadruple his views just by doing it. He's gone from most of the time he does live view on a Thursday night, he'll get maybe 300 to 400, and if he does drama, he'll get up to 1,200.
yeah.
And it's just crazy. It's just amazing how many that People doesn't want to. People don't like drama, but they sure watch it though. You know
Well, who is that old boy? Dave something that he was always getting into it with.
who's that?
There, who was the guy that Blind Views was always cussing
Oh,
all the time?
Camo Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny part about it, Blind View's getting just like him now. They just,
Yes and no.
well,
He's
I mean, hustling the drama. And
Yeah,
it,
he's hustling the drama, but he's still playing with the facts. And the thing that everybody forgets is that, see, Dave used to find this stuff. He would try to find the information out. He didn't have people giving him information. He had to find it out, right? And sometimes it wasn't exactly right. And but Blind Views is just rebroadcasting everything that people tell him.
yeah,
So they're giving him, like, I'm a good friend of him, but I'm not. I'm not. I know he gets a little crazy sometimes, but I'm just saying, all he's doing is rebroadcasting what you guys people tell him. He's not making any of it up.
yeah.
And
Well, here's the thing about it is I get tired of him pretty quick. But
yeah,
that's what that damn button's for. If you don't
but
want to listen to it, go somewhere else. Shit.
like Tim Mobang, he's so funny. I love that guy. He's so funny because we got where was it at D's? No, it was at Ironwood. We were talking about Blind Views. I hate that son of a bitch, but I always watch him. I said, there you go. I said, well, there you go, Tim. But he doesn't like him either. But he always watches him, see what he comes up with, right? So yeah. But see, he's been good to me. Like he did, like about a year ago, because all the crap I do, I said, don't tell nobody nothing. They don't need to know what I do because they're just think I'm some sympathizer trying to prey on old women or something or put some bullshit out there. So I just said, don't say nothing about me. So he hasn't. He hasn't said a thing. He doesn't say nothing about me anymore.
I
So
sent I sent Paula a note the other day. I told her, I said, when you get ready to come back, I want to get Jim and Mike and Badge and you all on the screen at the same time.
she's thinking of come back. She was putting a thing up the other day about what day she should do her lives again. Because the problem with Paula, she has to do YouTube. She has to do it. She can't be like she's been away for quite a while, and she likes doing it, and she's very good at it,
Yeah.
and she's just got to get back into it. I know it's not a money maker or nothing, but she likes doing it, and she's really good at it. Which she's taught a lot of people how to use StreamYard and all that, which most people would never know how to use. So
Well, she's the one that sort of, her and Gina are the one that sort of got me to getting on YouTube.
yeah,
You know, I
but
used,
they get everybody. Like she got Steve up there and uh, all kinds of people to get up there and get on the channel. Um, like Bree and all them. They that's because of Paula. She got a lot of people up.
yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, I used to go in there and just aggravate the hell out of her, just smart assing.
Yeah, but she's fun though. She's like
Oh,
the good thing about it. She can take it and she can hand her out just as good. That's the good thing about Paula. She can. She can. She's an awesome person. Like the thing is, you don't really get to meet the person on YouTube. Like that's the thing with YouTube. Everybody sees you on YouTube and they think you're your best buddy and you're family, but it does not exactly like that. Like you gotta, there's still you have to go through the motions. Yeah, okay, yeah, but it's just I don't know. But she's good people. There's no doubt about it.
I like Paula.
Yeah, she's very good.
Well, I got a new mic and some stuff coming in that are really going to help me on the video. I thought about you today. You would have cussed me, and it would have just made you sick at your damn stomach.
Why?
On this gar fishing rig, bow fishing rig I've got. Well, we run like 2,000 watts of quartz lights on it. We got a generator on the boat.
You want to see the fish or what? Or you want to see the
Yeah,
bottom?
yeah. Well, that's what we do. We hunt them old big fish that's 150, 200 pounds, and
God
shoot them
almighty.
with a bow. You'll see it if you come down here and get on my airboat.
You get that shit set up because we're coming. I'll
They,
guarantee you that.
but
That's next winter.
the I had a generator on that thing, and it was a cheap one, but it was like a 3250, and something come loose in the damn armature on the thing. Motor
Oh,
was still
shit.
running all right, and
Everybody needs one.
I threw that damn thing in the trash today, and I thought, God damn bad you'd be cussing me throwing a
Don't
generator.
throw that in the garbage. You threw the generator out. Don't throw it out. Put it in the garage. I'll fix it when I get there.
Well, I think this one would take
Hey,
a armature. I got
God, hey,
but
come on, get cold away.
it's one of them loud ones. But I did think about you when I threw that thing in the dumpster.
No, you didn't, because you were thinking of me. You would have put it in the garage and say, "No, I'll leave that right there." Throw it in the dumpster. God, my Jesus, you rip a piece right out of my heart.
Hello, Lorraine. How you doing? Oh,
Yeah. So that was my day today.
yeah. I got a friend of mine's father-in-law passed away, and they
Oh God, it's getting bad. I had this. What the hell was it? 15, about 11, 2011 or 10, 10 or 11, and 12. It seemed like every friggin' week somebody was passing away. It's just every time you turn around, somebody else is passing away, and it's getting like that again.
yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
I had six friends of mine. There were seven of us all together that were in our 20s. We run, chased women, drank, partied, just the whole 9 yards. And I got in the last year, every damn one of them's hit the dirt.
Yeah, it's just,
I'm the only one out of the whole damn crew left.
yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just crazy. Just people dropping like flies.
And it just, well, this deal here wasn't, in some ways, it's never good, but he had
Yeah.
Alzheimer's and he really went down. And he really didn't get bad, but for about a week before he passed away. So.
Geez, I hear that Carter's not doing too good either. He's what the hell? They putting in a hospice, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
Christ, he's 98.
Yeah.
My God, that's a long. That's like 40 years for me. That's 40 years away, man.
Grand,
Or
my
30.
my grandmother, like 2 weeks hitting 100, and she was madder than hell because she was gonna pass away before she hit that 100.
Yeah,
She a
yeah,
feisty little old woman.
yeah. No, it's just. But yeah,
Yeah, it's one of them things you don't never know. And of course, what was funny about it, out of the seven, I quit drinking. I don't mind a drink once in a while, but I don't. It's something I don't do much anymore. And one of the other boys slowed way down. The rest of them stayed hitting that bottle all these years, and that's what finally got them, I think.
yeah. No, my dad was drunk, and I just did everything in my power not to be like him. And I totally quit in '79. I haven't drank a thing since 1979. So,
But when we do them bow fishing trips, me and that buddy of mine, we'll go out there and find a place on. There's some sandbars on this river that I fish here
yeah,
that you'd think you were in Hawaii or something. I mean, it's pretty sand beaches, maybe a half mile deep, a couple miles long. We'll camp on them things,
yeah.
and you got a big fire and put a steak on, and I might drink a salty dog or two then, but that's about it. Like, Kicking, I can tell you one better than that. There's a little old gal that rides a motorcycle, and she went from nothing to 175,000 Ks in 6.5 months. and she's a nice looking woman, but she don't wear the bikini and do all that kind of stuff.
I gotta quit farting around here.
Yeah, it's more fun to watch them in the gym. You feel a hell of a lot better the next morning too.
There. I don't know. Oh, no, we can't see me. There we go. Okay. Quit pissing around. But yeah, so that was our. Oh, and then I got a couple pictures from the Ramblin' Rocketeers from Hawaii, and this is so cool shit. This is really cool shit now, because you know. Oh, yeah. So I go and everybody says that I do everything for everybody. Nobody does anything for me. Well, that's not true. So I go and the Rambling Rocketeers are really good friends with Patty, that I'm fixing her van. So they go and scratch my name in the sand in Hawaii and take a picture and send it to me. Is it ever cool? The water's coming in, and yeah, it's kind of freaking neat. I never got people doing. And then the other thing was, are we ready for this one? You're not ready for this one, Ron. So Michael, Navigation Nowhere, is down in Daytona. And in Daytona, they have a section of the infield where the track is that you can sign it with your name. And he signed my friggin' name on the track. Can you believe that? Huh? Like, does it get any better than that? I'm telling you, man. Like, Jesus. Really?
I'll find a place in Texas and do that.
Yeah, that's cool. But
think of, man, them people in Quartzsite, somebody has got plenty of damn time to build all that rock stuff they build out in the middle of that desert.
Oh, Jesus. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Like, if I was going to come down for the winter, I sure as hell wouldn't pile little rocks all over the. They're insane. Like, you should see some. And the funny part about it, Ron, it's against the law to move any rocks or anything on BLM land. You're not allowed to do that. But they don't seem to say anything. But yeah, they'll have little white rocks going around their camp and little rock fences, and they put up tents, and oh God,
I was watching one other day where they had a what they call it, a maze.
Yeah.
They'd put out, and then another one had done the whole United States.
Yeah.
In rock. God Almighty, you talk about a bunch of work.
Yeah, maybe they should take up drinking. My God, yeah, it's just crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, some of them are just unbelievable. Like, there's a couple places over here in Midland, and they got white. I don't know where they get the white rock, but they got white rock underneath where they park their trailer, and little white pathways to walk down to the wash. And there's therapy for this, I think. Jeez. But anyway.
Now, there's still a lot of people in La Posta South, huh?
Yeah, it's still fairly busy, yeah. Yeah. But the funny part is I went today. I was there about 2:30, and there's no lineup for the Zanny dump, which is kind of rare in La Posta South. There's usually a lineup there.
Where is it that they're putting in the 8 dump stations or something?
Tyson Wash across the street. Or Tyson Wash or Tyson Wells. One or the other. Yeah. They're putting 8 drive-throughs and putting tanks. They're putting holding ponds in and everything. Friggin' ponds are the size of a football field.
Wow.
That's the funny thing that, like me, the cynical, what do they call it? You're not supposed to touch any BLM land. You're not supposed to move rocks. You're not supposed to move trees. But if they want to put in a sandy dump, they'll bring in the tractors and they'll just scrape off the land and make a pond there.
Yeah.
That's all right, I guess. So, but yeah.
Well, the we talk about politics. I hate to get started on this, but that BLM land, uh, what was the name of that damn old senator? His son was a big shot with the Chinese too, and they come in and they had a preserve for that tortoise, that desert tortoise, that you couldn't go in there and disturb anything. Well, he got them to change that reserve to another area where they could build a solar panel plant where all them tortoises were. So they bend the law pretty damn heavy.
Oh yeah, they. It's kind of funny how they move it around.
Can you imagine if you travel a whole lot? Can you imagine what it was like to get in a damn covered wagon and if you had to
No,
cover the
no,
country you're seeing now, no light.
no.
If you cooked, you had to have a fire. It just them had to be some tough ass damn people.
Like you talk, me and Al talk about that all the time. We're going down the road. We're talking about stupid stuff like that, right? And I said, Al, could you imagine somebody in a horse and buggy trying to get up this friggin' road, like the going like you've been there, like Truckee, like
Yeah,
the Donner Party. They had no choice but to get to die. And man, that place is pure hell. Like man, oh, that's a I don't know. Like that's they got some bad information on that one. I'll tell you because that place gets like 40 feet of snow every year.
yeah.
No wonder they didn't survive. Yeah.
Well, you talk about some tough people now. You ever read about the ones that the Mormons that settled Salt Lake?
Oh yeah, they're
You know,
just the same.
yeah, but
Don't you,
they were worse than the other people. Most of them people walked, and
they walk.
if they had
Yeah,
a
they walk.
wagon, they were pulling two-wheel carts behind them.
Yeah, Red River carts. What the hell? Where'd they start out? They started in St. Louis, didn't they? Or was it Dodge City? I thought
No,
it
they
was St.
started
Louis they started at.
they started in New York. They'd come in
Yeah,
at their at Statue of Liberty and they'd put a bunch of them together and head for Salt Lake.
yeah. Like
Uh,
you go and you see some of these places, especially where the mines were, like all the mines that are around here, or even around here. Like how the hell they find this stuff?
yeah,
Like even like Death Valley. I know most of the um, stuff they found there is it's all in mines too, right? But how the hell they ever find this stuff? That's the thing that you just like some of this desert stuff. It's not nice ground to be walking on, and how the hell they did it? Like I don't know. Like it's amazing, totally amazing.
the the ones that crack me up because I used to fool with horses all the time. But
But
somebody get on a damn horse and have saddlebags and have some jerky and
yeah,
maybe a little salt pork and a
yeah,
tart. If they were high rolling if they had a horse.
yeah.
But
It's
like
just
the gold
just
rush,
amazes me.
yeah, the gold rush was man, there were just thousands and thousands of people that walked all the way across the United States with everything on their back.
But it's all that stuff. Like even Alaska Highway, the Alcan.
Yeah, oh
They
yeah,
the Americans put it in because the Canadians didn't have the money to do it, and the Americans put it in because they wanted the road up to Alaska, right? And um, they pumped that through. And you watch some of the old videos of that place. It was not a fun place at all,
mm,
like not at all. And just mesquite and swamps and oh Christ, it's just on and on and on. But yeah.
Well, they just I've seen some of those old videos, and that the original highways, of course, it's a lot better now, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
would thaw in the summertime, and a damn road would just what they'd built would just go away,
Yeah.
and they'd
Yeah.
have to move over 500 yards, and they were just continually going around in bogs, and when that
Yeah.
stuff, that permafrost would melt from the heat of them working it, and the damn road had just disappeared.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. It's just, you look at some, like another road that really surprised me was the Highway 16 from Jasper to Prince George, BC. And that road is just up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, how in the hell did these guys ever get through here? Like, it's just pure hell. It's like you can't walk through there. It's just up and down, right? But they got the road through. So, yeah.
Well, that's like Highway 101. How in the
Yeah,
hell
that's another one.
they cut it?
101 is just as bad.
Or that $1 million highway out of
Yeah.
Durango
Yeah.
going north. Boy, that's a pretty drive at times of the year. That's the only place I ever been that they had a speed limit of 15 miles an hour on them curves, and that was too damn fast.
Yeah. But you take a look at some of them, you know, like even the interstates. Some of the interstates are, most of the interstates aren't too bad, but you get some of them interstates where like they go through from Montana down to Vegas or Salt Lake City, going over top of them mountains. Like holy shit! Like this is rock, serious rock, right? Like
Yeah,
going up Highway 15 from Mesquite to St. George, and they chop through that mountain for what 200 feet. Like that's some serious work to make
no,
it flat.
yeah. Some of the tunnels that are in different places, even there's some tunnels down in Arizona and New Mexico.
Yeah.
Man, it. Have you ever been by that copper mine down there, by at Brisbane, down in there?
No, I haven't been. We were going to go there the other day, and we're down by Bisbee, but we never did. We went by the one in Globe. There was one in Globe. It's well, it's almost dismantled now, but they're supposed to be opening it back up again, I guess, because everybody's after copper now. So
Well, Jaws had a damn fit, but when I was pulling them RVs, I was coming across on 10, and we got a call that a guy had blew a truck up and had a trailer he needed to deliver was up on 40.
yeah,
And they got hold of me and asked me if I'd go up and pick a trailer up and go ahead and deliver it. I said, yeah. Well, my wife got to looking at the map, and I can't remember the name of the highway, but that was a shortcut that you could go up to 40. Well, it was a shortcut, all right. They it run by one of them copper mines that hell that damn thing must have been a
yeah,
half mile deep.
yeah,
And my wife was crazy about turquoise, and we were running down the road, and all of a sudden I looked over and there was a fence, tall, like a 10-foot fence with barbed wire around it and all kind of stuff. I said, "Look at that!" And we backed up and stopped and looked at it, and it was a ball of turquoise that must have been 4 foot thick and just a big ball of it. No telling. I mean, there was millions of dollars worth of turquoise.
gee,
And I stopped at one of those places up there and we're talking about it. And they said, yeah, I said, we leased this land from the a certain Indian tribe, and we can take the copper out, but any other mineral we find, we got to put back.
yeah,
And so they were going to take that big ball of turquoise and bury that damn thing in that pit when they got through.
uh,
Yeah. See some crazy stuff. But they had a 25-foot limit on that road. If you was over 25 foot long, don't get on it.
that's the one going into Oatman. They got a 25-foot limit too. You can barely get a car down there. That's that old Route 66 going up that hill.
There's a lot of stuff to see out there. Somebody was talking about that place that and on the New Mexico Arizona border where they've got that rattlesnake museum. I didn't realize there was as many rattlesnakes as there many breeds of rattlesnakes. There's like 26 or 27 breeds of rattlesnakes, and they got them all. They're live in there. Every kind of damn rattler you ever thought
Oh
of.
yeah, that's where the hell was that?
It's right on the New Mexico,
Yeah,
wherever that road is. It'll go into New Mexico and Arizona and back and forth.
yeah, right on the border or something. Yeah, I remember seeing something about that. But yeah, but that's Jim and Deb. They're from Oklahoma, and Oklahoma they have this rattlesnake festival. I forget where it is, but every year they go back and they kill all these rattlesnakes, and you can eat them, or you can go to the town. Just it's like a big carnival for rattlesnakes, and they show you how to catch them, and they show you how to clean them, and they show you how to cook them, and you can buy rattlesnake almost anything. You can have eggs and rattlesnake in the morning if you want. And yeah, it's quite interesting. Jim says, "Yo, you have to come sometime." I said, "I don't think so. I'm not a snake guy." So
The biggest one of them rattlesnake roundups in the world is in a town that not too far from where Amy's at now, Sweetwater, and they'll catch in that weekend rattlesnake roundup. They'll catch 4 or 5 thousand rattlers,
yeah,
and just
yeah, yeah.
and
It's kind of amazing, but they
and bleeding hearts will just raise hell about them killing all them rattlesnakes.
well.
But them people that
They
live
can
there,
they can bleed all their hearts they want because them rattlesnakes, if you see them, they'll take a hunk of you.
oh yeah. Well, Arizona got the deadliest rattlesnake there is at Mojave.
Yeah.
That's a bad little dog here. Little bitty
Mm.
green rattlesnake.
That's the thing, in the wintertime, you don't see them because they go into hibernation, right?
Well, rattlesnake's funny. If you're around a den and you
Yeah.
get a day like today, a lot of the time they'll come out, but they don't go anywhere. They stay right there around that den,
Yeah.
you know. And so we don't. And when it gets hot and it's like late in the afternoon when it cools down, that's when you gotta watch it because if a rattlesnake gets in the sun on a hot day, like 100-degree day, and he can't get in the shade, it'll kill him. He's cold
Yeah.
blooded.
Well, Steve was saying that this morning that he got into because he got rattlesnakes there, and he was saying that the wildlife people told him to take them a mile away. If you take them a mile away, they'll die because they can't get back. I guess so. It's kind of interesting.
They put a radio on some of these diamondbacks there in Texas, and they found out that them rattlesnakes would go as far as 25 miles a year.
Right.
Go out and I know you won't see a snake around here on the highway forever. And then all of a sudden, in about a 2-week period, you'll be seeing them everywhere. People
Yeah.
running, and they're going back and forth to their dens. And then you won't see them again for another 6 or 8 months.
Yeah, I'm
And
not a real rattlesnake person.
people think there's just rattlesnakes all over Texas, and there's not. And, I've killed a few rattlers, but down in South Texas, where there's not any people, that's mainly where you'll see the rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Uh,
But then somebody was saying on Steve's this morning, there's no rattlesnakes in New Zealand. Maybe I should go there.
no, there's no snakes at all in New Zealand.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
boy, you got everything else over there.
Yeah.
There were some people that like to hunt. They come in over there and they imported red stag and elk and mule deer and whitetail and all kind of animals to hunt and turn it loose. And New Zealand's a rough ass country.
Yeah.
Mountains and stuff. And you can buy venison in the store just like you buy beef over there.
Yeah. You start to see it now. Like buffalo in Alberta is getting big.
Yeah,
Starting to get more buffalo now.
buffalo coming on.
Buffalo's nice. I like buffalo.
I've never eaten any of it except just a burger, and it wasn't worth a damn. It was too.
Well, buffalo is really nice. It's a lot leaner, but you can't cook it like beef because it gets you. You don't have to put much heat to it, right? To to cook it. That's a good thing about it. It's so lean, no
Yeah,
fat in it.
well, that's like deer meat. Deer meat just as lean as can be, you know.
Yeah,
And you got to put a little beef tallow with it to make it before it cooks right.
yeah,
Well, I know Catherine Klein that gets on here.
yeah.
Some they
She
got
was talking about it a couple times.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's getting to be a big deal because
I don't mind buffalo. Buffalo is pretty good.
they're not like cattle, like in bad weather in the wintertime.
Yeah,
You know, they handle that kind of weather just no problem at all.
yeah.
But they're sure having held around Yellowstone with them.
What rattle the buffaloes? Oh yeah,
Yeah, so they come. They're getting so overpopulated in Yellowstone. They're coming out of the park and
yeah.
going on private land, and they finally got where they can hunt them. I think.
Well, you know, if people know about buffalo or know anything about them, they're like wandering Jews. They just go wherever they want. They don't. They're like you can't keep them in corrals. They just don't like that shit. They'll just walk. They got a whole great big herd of them up in. They got two herds of them. One's in Elk Island Park, and the other one's in up by Yellowknife, and they were right on the road. You know, and they just wander around like there's no care in the world.
Uh,
It's the way they are.
well, I got a real tickle at some of these bleeding hearts talking about the cow parks were affecting the ozone. What the hell they think about 2 billion buffalo that used to run around? You know, they it don't even make sense. Hello, T. Haven't seen you in a while.
Oh, I have to watch what I say now. I
Uh,
oh, you say D's here? Oh,
No, T.
oh,
Tawana.
oh, there you are.
Yeah, and you,
But yeah, it's the bleeding hearts are it's different.
I'm going on a hunt here in a couple months. Uh, at one of these big game ranches. It's like 200,000 acres, and it's a hunting ranch, and they get overpopulated with these axis deer, and they claim axis is the best venison you can eat. But we're gonna go down there and kill some does anyway, and just put them in the freezer. And
Yeah,
I haven't hunted in 2 years now. I miss that venison. They especially miss that venison jerky.
mm,
I make some good jerky.
yeah. I got some. We got somebody give us some. I think Mike and Paul off of the hill. They're from Missouri, and they made some. They put pork in it. I think.
Well, I
Uh,
make I make mine different than most people do. Is I go ahead and grind that meat, and then I've got a shooter to shoot it out in strips, sort of like a Slim Jim, but it's easier to chew. It's not as tough as some of that jerky is. Some of that damn jerky takes you 3 days to eat a piece of it.
yeah. No,
Hey,
some of that. If you get a guy that knows what he's doing, that some of that deer sauce or deer meat or that deer pepperoni and that sausage is pretty good.
you just got to know. You got to take care of it like you do
Yeah,
anything else.
yeah,
If you killed a steer and threw it in the back of your pickup and drove 200 miles with it with a hide on it and everything else, it wouldn't take worth a damn either.
no,
My buddy here just bought he's got where there's some ranchers here around this area now that you go in and pick a calf up out and they'll pasture graze that calf. And then you tell them if you want to put it on corn for 2 weeks or whatever, and they go
mhm,
in, butcher it, and package it. Well, you can buy half half or a quarter or a full steer. You tell him how big you want them, and he just got one in. Damn, that meat tastes so much different than what you buy in the store. It's
Well,
not.
Billy was talking about that, wasn't he?
I don't know.
From Strong Adventures. I thought he was talking about that one, doing that. You know? Anyway, I'm gonna call tonight, buddy. I just thought I'd come over here and tell you all my good shit from today.
Yeah, well, just don't have no nightmares about me throwing that damn generator away now.
Oh, fuck, that'll haunt me for weeks. Jesus, throw that thing away.
It was a. I bought them. I bought two of them and just wore both of them out. We used to go to that river and run all night long for 2 or 3 times a week. You can put some hours on a generator like that now.
Oh yeah.
And I just wore that one out. It wasn't. It's still running and everything, but it was just the bearings on all of it. The armature were gone, and that tapered shaft on them.
They don't last.
Yeah, all that mess. I got my money's worth out of it. I ran it about 2 years on that river.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
Have a good one.
You too. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah. All right. Stay out of trouble. Don't poke the bear too heavy now.
Oh, I gotta poke the bear. Hey, Bob, how the hell are you doing? Yeah, gotta poke the bear.
Let me. Oh, does anybody else want to come up? Do any of y'all subscribe to the audio books on Amazon? I bet that did cost something, Janice. I'm sort of that way too. If I'm driving, I like the audio books, but that's about the only time. When I was on the road all the time, well, I used to run them things. Most of them truck stops used to have an audio book deal where you could rent them for like a couple bucks and you turn them in at the next truck stop. Yeah, if you got that Prime, well, a lot of that stuff comes with it. My only trouble with a damn book, if I sit down this afternoon and start reading one, if it's a good book, I won't put it down till I finish it. I don't care if it's 1,000 pages. Well, I'll sit there and read the whole thing. Well, it's just about that time too. We've been on here damn near an hour and a half. I appreciate everybody coming in, and I get cracked up at badge. Now, see, I can't do that, Diane. If I get into a book, I know some people will read at night to get sleepy. I can't do that. Or if I'm listening to an audio book, if it's a good one, I get involved in it, and I'm there till it's over with. Yeah, that's the way I am, Janice. You look up at 10:30, 11 o'clock, and the next time you look up, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. But it is different than reading it with that book in your hand, though. All right. Well, I enjoyed it, and I appreciate y'all coming in. We'll holler at y'all tomorrow sometime. Y'all have a great night.